What's up, people? Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 here, and welcome to this newest edition of the Linux Report. Apple claims it isn't scanning customers' faces after teen sues over for $1 billion. A detective claims that Apple or its security firm used facial recognition software to have the wrong person arrested. Apple is being accused of using facial recognition software in its Apple stores to arrest the wrong person for theft. A New York student who's now suing Apple for $1 billion. And while Apple tells the Verge it doesn't use facial recognition technology in its stores, the case is weird enough, and there's enough wiggle room that it's not clear if that's the whole truth. Osman Ba, 18, claims, sorry if I butchered your name, claims that in a lawsuit that he was incorrectly identified as the robber in several Apple Store thefts across multiple states. Sorry, but denies that he's the person in the photo that what's that word that complained the warrant for his arrest, backed by surveillance footage and the testimony of a detective. District attorneys in New York and Boston have already dropped the charges against Ba. The lawsuit states he is still being accused of larceny in New Jersey in a pending case, according to the document. According to the lawsuit, NYPD detective John Reinhold first noticed that Ba looked nothing like the suspect in the surveillance video of a Manhattan Apple store that was robbed. According to the lawsuit, the detective then explained that Apple's security technology identifies suspects of theft using facial recognition technology. When he reached Reinhold on the phone for comment, when we reached Reinhold on the phone for comment, I apologize again, he agreed that Apple doesn't technically have facial recognition in its stores, but also that has his statements as described in the lawsuit were correct. He denied to answer further questions, but it's worth noting that the second defendant on the lawsuit, security industry specialists, might explain the contradiction. It could have been that company which used facial recognition to analyze security footage after the fact, and possibly outside of Apple's facilities. SIS security doesn't explicitly mention Apple as a client on its public website, but the third-party firm seems to have a long working relationship with Apple, and a 2016 employee handbook hosted at its website specifies Apple as a client. The lawsuit states that Ba was presented with a police report which claimed a SIS loss prevention employee caught him stealing Apple pencils on security video from a Boston Apple store. Allegedly, Apple initially claimed it didn't have surveillance video, but eventually produce the footage according to the lawsuit. Ba claims that he couldn't have attempted the Boston theft because he'd been attending his senior prom in Manhattan at the time, but specifies the real thief could have stolen his information from a learner's permit he'd previously lost, one which didn't have a photo. And as you guys can see here, this is pretty much more information about the lawsuit, and pretty much that's it. So, the moral of the story here, is I hope that this person clears up everything, wins the lawsuit, because if he does, the people who've done wrong will get what they deserve. This angers me a little bit. I mean, why do we need this AI technology and this facial recognition technology? This technology should be halted immediately and never brought up again. All companies that are doing this need to stop. Just stop making this facial recognition technology. Just stop it. But anyway, I think I've been talking long enough. So, more of the story is, all I gotta say is, if you want to be safe from facial recognition technology, don't go anywhere near devices or anything that does that. And if you want to be protected from AI technology, don't go near anything with that either. That's really all I can say. But anyway, people, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Linux Report. And until next time, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 saying, see you later. And one more thing, switch to Linux. See you later.